Hi, friends. It's your girl Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created this channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that's something that you're looking for, welcome. Now, whether you are a new or returning subscriber, welcome to my channel, guys. I started this channel about 3 years ago because I stumbled upon trading. It was something that worked for me. So I know that if you're serious about making money, right, and doing something that's a successful work from home opportunity, you're going to take trading seriously too. Now, I do have tons of playlists on my channel that you can explore based on what you're looking for, like indicators, strategies, or just overall Forex beginners. And I do have a lot more videos just like this one that I'm about to make where I break down the trade ideas that I take in detail. So this can help you look at your trades a little more clearly. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at this Euro USD trade that I posted in the group for the students that I'm currently mentoring because, oh, guys, I also have a personal mentorship program. It is a structured learning course, so you can learn at your own pace on your own time. There's an app and everything. I absolutely love it. My students love it. It also comes with live Zoom sessions every Sunday and trade ideas that you can use while you figure it out. But anyway, in this trade breakdown, we're going to be going over Euro USD. And again, based on this screenshot, I posted this trade June 30th, 2024, which was a Sunday. And this was my idea. And I also gave a little notation saying that this was a high risk trade because it was NFP week. And if you are new to trading, NFP week is the first week of every month where the markets tend to be extremely volatile. So I do like to let my students know that these trades are not mandatory, but I want to give them all of the insights and notations that I have. So this was a trade idea for Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. And I recommended it for market execution, which means you can execute the trade at the current price, or a buy limit, meaning that price was going to come back and retest a lower area before going higher. I gave them a potential entry point, and then I also gave them a couple of parameters. Now, I don't like to put a stop loss on the trades for people because I want them to go in and look at the stop loss for themselves, but I will give them some areas to target for their profit or TPs with a 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5, and 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. As always, I recommend to do your own analysis before taking trades from anybody, right? Even your trusted mentor, and always use proper risk management as well. And remember, if you're not going to use a buy limit or sell limit, you have to adjust your take profit and your stop loss based on your actual entry. So that's something to keep in mind. Right now, we are going to look at this trade. I'm going to show you guys what I was thinking about when I got into this trade and if it was profitable or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my stochastic back to my chart. It's one of my favorite indicators. You can access all of your indicators by clicking on the indicators tab and then searching for the indicator you like. I already have my stochastic here because it's one of my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and add it to my chart. Now, this black line right here was my entry candle, and I just wanted to have that to draw you guys' attention to that. And I'm going to show you the bias I have for a buy and why I decided to enter this trade. Now, the first thing I noticed was that the market was, and let me go ahead and hide this EMA. The first thing I noticed was that on Sunday, when the market had opened, it opened really high, right? So this was Friday's closing candle, and this was where the market opened on Sunday. So I knew that because price had opened significantly higher than where price had closed at, that was my first confirmation that the market wanted to continue to go up, right? Because if price is opening higher, significantly higher than where price closed on Friday, and we can see that demonstrated here, it must mean that people are willing to buy, right, higher than they bought before, and they're willing to push the price up. So that was my first confirmation. Now, the second confirmation that I noticed was that this green candle right here, it also had a huge wick at the bottom. And for me, when I'm trading, I look at the wicks like pogo sticks because what you'll notice is that whenever wicks start to form at the bottom, the market usually uses it as a support and it pushes back up. And we can see another example here. We can see an example here. We can see an example here. So that's really something to keep in mind when you're looking at your trades if you're still confused about if you should buy or if you should sell. When you start to see those wicks at the bottom, it lets you know that price wants to push up. And when you start to see those wicks at the top, that lets you know price wants to push down. So I had two confirmations so far just coming in here and looking at this before even referring to my indicators. Again, I had price opening higher than where price closed, and I also had a wick at the bottom. Now, indicator I really love to use, and I have tons of videos on this indicator, is the stochastic oscillator. And again, I usually just shorten this as stock in my videos. And this indicator, to me, how I use it is visually, just by looking at it. I noticed that whenever the market tends to be going up or wants to push higher, let's look at this example, the stochastic tends to be facing up as well. Not only will the stochastic face up during the buy, but the stochastic will also have, you'll notice there's two lines. If you see the blue line above the orange line, that's another strong buying confirmation. If you also see that the stochastic has crossed above this 20, this 50, or this 80, those are great signs for a buy. Now, just so you guys can see in contrast, if you see that the stochastic is facing down, if you see that the orange line is above the blue line, and you see that one or both of these lines have crossed below 80, below 50, or below 20, that lets you know that the market wants to buy. So in my entry candle here, we can see that we had a lot of confirmations, just bullish confirmations for the stochastic to uh, reflecting that the market is going to go up. And we can see that's exactly what happened. Now, remember, I did tell them that they should probably set a buy limit. It didn't come all the way back down to this buy zone, but the market did continue to push up. It retested in order to fill this gap. And that's something that you guys will notice a lot. If the market has a gap that needs to be filled, it won't always be this obvious, but the market will always fill that gap before proceeding in the direction that it wants to go. So again, we had price opening higher, confirmation number one. We had the wick at the bottom, confirmation number two. We had the stochastic facing up. We had the blue line above the orange line, and we had both lines above 50 and 80. So that's 5 confirmations. I usually say 3 confirmations are good, 4 confirmations are great, and 5 confirmations are fantastic. So I felt confident to get into this trade. The EMA also helps as well. Candles above the EMA signal a bullish trend, but you can also trade strictly off of price action. And even as we're moving into a new week, I do think this market will continue to push up as we can see these wicks here. And we also already have those bullish confirmations down here. I also like to mark up my charts with just the obvious supply and demand zones. And I'll just literally say set sell limits in this area or TP if you're buying, and then set buy limits in this areas or TPs if you're selling. So it's pretty clear. I really hope that this video was helpful. You can rewatch it just to go through my confirmations again, or you can check out any videos on this particular playlist about my real Forex wins and losses. The trades that I post here are usually trades that I take in my live account, and I will review them no matter whether they win or lose. So I hope that this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box down below. You can also feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or TradingView, and you can register for personal mentorship if that is something that you are looking for at this time. But if not, I have tons of free content that you guys can explore right here on this YouTube channel. But that's really all I have for you today. Until next time.